Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I'm Ollie Davis and I'll be replying to as many comments on this video as I can. Matt and Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Revival, Ty Dillinger, Emma, Finn Balor, and of course, Big Red Everything Eric Rowan. With all these wrestlers either returning to or debuting on the main roster, a few current talents are going to lose out. And ahead of next week's Superstar Shakeup, we have our first. WWE have announced the release of former NXT Tag Team Champion Simon Gotch with their usual copy and paste statement. WWE has come to terms on a mutually agreed upon release with Simon Gotch as of today, April the 5th, 2017. WWE wishes Gotch the best of all of his future endeavors. Gotch first signed with WWE in 2013, where he formed the Vaudevillians tag team with Aiden English. The two would go on to become one-time NXT Tag Team Champions before their call-up in April last year. They were quickly inserted into the WWE Tag Team Championship picture, losing twice to the New Day's longest ever title reign, and then started to slide down the card. Backstage at last July's WWE Draft episode of SmackDown, Gotch reportedly had an altercation with Sin Cara, which brought the latter's undefeated backstage fight streak to a then 3-0. The former Hunico would later bring this to 4-0, overcoming the fearsome Chris Jericho on a tour bus in November. There have been various rumours on why WWE have released Gotch. Reddit user Adam Fox, who accurately leaked Shinsuke Nakamura and Ty Dillinger's debuts before this week's SmackDown, actually posting footage of WWE production staff testing Nakamura's entrance lighting, claims that Gotch was just bad, as they put it. Simon put too many people at risk every time he wrestled. As far as the Vaudevillains go, there will be no new member. Aiden English will be getting a singles push as time goes on. Dave Meltzer has backed this up on Wrestling Observer Radio, noting Gotch had his enemies and the company wants to give English a solo run. There was another rumour floating around that Gotch had a fight with his tag team partner English backstage at WrestleMania, but this has been heavily debunked by the former Vaudevillain on Twitter. Literally not one part of this is true, though props on possibly the worst fanfic I've ever read. I'm in the process of lining up some interviews and such. I'll address everything soon. The post-WrestleMania episode of SmackDown drew an average of 2.89 million viewers, which is way up from last week's 2.7, and even more from last year's post-Mania show, which only pulled in 2.44. That was pre-taped and pre-brand split though. 64% of you thought it was a 4 out of 5 show at Smacktastic, while 18% thought it even better, awarding the top rating of SmackDown. Damn! Wrestling News World are reporting a few interesting details about the Hardy Boys' delightful WWE return, along with how the company are handling the broken gimmick ownership battle, where Impact Wrestling claimed to hold the character rights. The site claimed that Matt's wife Rebby Sky has been working with WWE lawyers in the lawsuit, and it was hoped to be cleared up before their WrestleMania return. Unfortunately, the case wasn't resolved in time. WWE reportedly don't want to give Impact Wrestling any money for using the broken gimmick, and will likely stay away from that actual lawsuit. But this does not mean they will not give Rebby and the Hardys all of their legal aid now that they are signed. Wrestling News World note TNA used the charismatic Enigma name for Jeff, which was used and developed in WWE, and that may be used as a precedent in the suit. How should WWE have turned Sasha Banks heel at WrestleMania? Hear me fantasy book that in the brand new episode of the WrestleTalk show. And Kurt Angle is teasing his in-ring WWE return again. Find out more by clicking the videos to the left and subscribe. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.